Welcome to your AI Deep Dive. Today we'll be unpacking Leopold Aschenbrenner's situational awareness.
Oh yeah, situational awareness.
And seeing what it reveals about the future of AI.
Okay.
Aschenbrenner worked at OpenAI, you know, the folks who created ChatGPT.
Right.
So he's got some serious street cred in the AI world.
Yeah, it does.
We'll break down the technical stuff, so no worries. You can walk away from this deep dive feeling like an AI insider.
Sounds good.
What do you think? Is this an exciting time to be talking about AI?
It is a really exciting time, and Aschenbrenner does a fantastic job of explaining what might be on the horizon. He uses this fascinating method called counting the ohms.
Counting the ohms.
To track AI's progress.
Okay, counting the ohms.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cryptic. What is an ohm and why are we counting them?
So an ohm stands for order of magnitude.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a tenfold increase. Aschenbrenner looks at how much AI improved with each tenfold increase in power. Like, we're measuring its growth spurts, right?
Okay, so like how much better does AI get every time computers get 10 times more power?
Exactly.
Right.
And the fascinating thing is that these improvements, they aren't just linear, they're exponential.
Okay, so things are speeding up, like going from 0 to 60 in record time.
Exactly. Think about GPT-2 versus GPT-4.
Yeah.
GPT-2 was like a toddler just learning to talk.
Okay.
But just 4 years later, GPT-4 is writing code, passing exams, even composing music.
Wow.
It's a massive leap in capability.
That's pretty mind-blowing. If AI has made that much progress in just 4 years, what happens next?
Yeah.
Where are we headed in the next 4 years? Or even 10 years?
That's where things get really, really interesting.
Okay.
Aschenbrenner believes that we're on the verge of something called superintelligence. Imagine AI systems with millions of times the intellectual horsepower of humans, learning and innovating at barely.
Superintelligence. That sounds straight out of science fiction.
Yeah.
How do we get from where we are now with AI to this superintelligence?
Right.
Like, what's the path?
One key driver is something called unhobbling.
Unhobbling.
Essentially, it's removing the limitations on what AI can access and do.
Okay.
Right now, even the most advanced AI is still pretty restricted. Imagine like a brilliant student who is only allowed to use a tiny fraction of the library. That's what it's been like for AI.
We're holding AI back.
Yeah.
But what happens when we take off the shack, when we unhovel AI?
Things get wild.
Oh.
Giving AI access to tools like the internet, code editors, vast databases, it'll be like giving that student unlimited access to the library and the most powerful computer.
Okay, I can see how that would supercharge AI's learning. But you know, with all this talk of superintelligence, it's hard not to think about the potential risks.
Yeah.
How do we make sure these super smart systems don't go rogue?
That's the million-dollar question, and Aschenbrenner dedicates a lot of thought. One solution he highlights is improving something called interpretability.
Interpretability.
It's like giving AI a way to explain its reasoning, like showing it work, instead of just spitting out an answer.
Gotcha, so we could see how AI arrives at a conclusion, making sure it's not using some kind of twist logic.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about building trust and
Okay, I'm starting to see the importance of all. It's not just about making AI smarter. It's about making it safe and understandable.
Exactly.
This is way more complex than I imagined.
It is, but understanding these concepts is crucial if we want to navigate the future of AI responsibly. Yeah. And that future is unfolding rapidly.
This is all a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
We've gone from counting ohms to superintelligence and potential world domination.
Right.
Let's take a step back for a moment. Before we jump into the geopolitical implications of all this, let's talk about what AI can actually do right now.
Okay.
What's AI up to these days? Yeah.
Seeing AI in action, I think it really helps to kind of ground conversation. Aschenbrenner highlights really fascinating example how AI is already transforming our lives. He even argues that, in a way, AI is like a teenager, just starting to tap into it.
So AI is a teenager with superpowers.
Yeah, kind of. I'm intrigued where we start.
Let's delve into some specific applications of AI that are already making waves.
Okay.
From healthcare to finance to entertainment, you might be surprised at what AI is already capable of doing.
All right.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of AI.
Last time we talked about some pretty mind-blowing stuff, like counting the ohms, the concept of superintelligence, even this idea of unhobbling AI.
Right. That's where we give AI access to more tools and data. Yeah. Essentially taking the training wheels off.
Exactly. But before we get back to those big ideas, I'm curious about what AI can actually do today.
Okay.
You mentioned AI being like a teenager, just starting to tap into it.
Right.
Can you give me some concrete examples?
Sure.
What's AI up right now?
Well, it's already doing some pretty remarkable things.
Okay.
Let's start with healthcare.
Okay.
Imagine an AI that can analyze medical images.
Okay.
Like X-rays and MRIs.
To detect diseases earlier and more accurate than doctors.
Wow. So AI could be like a superpowered radiologist.
Right.
Helping doctors make better diagnoses.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Really?
AI is also being used to develop personalized treatment for diseases like cancer, taking into account a patient's genetic makeup and lifestyle factors. It's like having a custom-tailored medical plan designed just for you.
That sounds like science fiction, but it's happening right now.
It is. It is. And it's not just healthcare. AI is also making waves in finance. Think about those annoying spam filters that keep your inbox clean. That's AI in in action, learning to identify and block unwanted emails.
Okay, so AI can be our personal assistant, sorting through all the digital clutter.
Right.
I like that.
And it goes way beyond that.
Really?
AI is being used to detect fraud, manage investments, and even provide personalized financial advice. It can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and trends that humans might miss, helping us make smarter finance.
So AI could be our personal financial advisor.
Exactly.
Helping us grow our wealth and avoid costly mistakes.
That's right.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we could all use a little help with our finance.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about entertainment. AI is already being used to create music.
Oh, wow.
Write scripts, and even generate realistic special effects in movies.
Hold on. AI is writing Hollywood blockbusters.
Well, it might not be writing the entire script just yet.
Okay.
But it's definitely assisting human writers in coming up with new ideas and generating dialogue.
Okay.
And when it comes to special effects, AI is helping to create stunning visuals that were once impossible to achieve.
So AI is like a creative collaborator.
Yeah, you could say that.
Pushing the boundaries of what's possible in entertainment.
Exactly.
That's pretty exciting.
It is. And these are just a few examples.
Oh, wow.
AI is being applied in countless other from transportation and logistics to education and customer service.
Yeah, it really is everywhere.
It's truly a transformative technology.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential of AI in our everyday life.
Yeah.
It's not just about robots and supercomputers.
Right.
It's about tools that can help us solve problems, make better decisions, and even be more creative.
Exactly. And as AI continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative applications.
Okay.
Aschenbrenner talks about how these seemingly simple applications are actually laying the groundwork for something even bigger.
Okay.
That superintelligence talked about earlier.
Right. The idea that AI will eventually surpass human intelligence.
Exactly.
And I'm still a bit unclear on how that leap will happen. How do we go from AI writing movie scripts to AI solving the world's most complex problems?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's something that Aschenbrenner explores in depth.
Okay.
He argues that AI will achieve this leap through a combination of factors.
Like what?
Including increased computing power, access to more data, and the development of more sophisticated algorithms.
Okay, so it's like a recipe for superintelligence.
Right.
More power, more data, better algorithms.
Exactly. But Aschenbrenner goes even deeper.
Okay.
Highlighting two key concepts that are crucial for AI's future.
What are those?
Unhobbling and self.
Okay, remind me what unhobbling means again.
Sure.
I know we touched on it earlier.
It's about removing the limitations placed on AI, giving it access to the tools and information it needs to truly thrive.
Right.
Right now, AI is like a bird in a cage, capable of so much more if we give it the freedom to fly.
So unhobbling AI is about unlocking its full potential.
Exactly. And the second concept, self-improvement, is even more mind-blowing. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it will be able to design and improve itself.
Wow.
Leading to an exponential increase in intelligence.
So AI will become its own teacher.
Yeah.
Constantly learning and evolving.
That's right.
That's both fascinating and a little terrifying.
It is. And this is where the concept of counting the OM comes back in play.
Okay.
Remember, each order of magnitude increase in computing power leads to significant improvements in AI capabilities.
Right.
As AI starts to design and improve itself, those improvements could come faster and faster, leading to a rapid acceleration of intelligence.
So it's not just about gradual progress anymore.
Right.
It's about a potential intelligence explosion.
Exactly. And that's why Aschenbrenner believes this decade is so crucial.
This decade, the 2020.
Yes, the decisions we make now about how we develop and control AI will have profound implications.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We've gone from AI writing movie script to AI potentially reshaping the world.
That's true.
It's a lot to take in. But before we get into those big picture implications, let's talk about the ethical challenge of AI.
All right.
We touched on this before, but I think it's worth exploring further.
Absolutely. Ethics is at the heart of the AI concept. As AI becomes more powerful, it's crucial that we ensure it responsibly and for the benefit of all humans.
Right, because with great power comes great responsibility, as they say.
Exactly.
But how do we actually make sure AI is used ethically? What are the safeguards?
That's a complex question, but Aschenbrenner outlines some key principles that guide us. First and foremost, we need to make sure that AI is aligned with human values. We need to ensure that AI systems are designed to promote human well-being, not to harm or exploit us.
So it's not just about building smart AI, it's about building AI that's aligned with our values.
Exactly. And another important principle is transparency.
Transparency, okay.
We need to understand how AI systems work, how they make decisions, and what data they're using.
Okay.
This transparency will help us build trust in AI
Right.
and ensure that it's being used fairly.
So no black boxes, right?
Right.
We need to be able to see what's going on inside the AI.
Exactly. And finally, we need to make sure that AI is accountable.
Accountable.
If an AI system makes a mistake or cause harm, there needs to be a way to identify who is responsible and how to rectify.
So it's like having a legal framework for AI.
Right.
Just like we have laws for human behavior.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we'll need to develop new laws to ensure that it's ethical.
Okay, I'm starting to see the complexity of this here. It's not just about building cool technology. It's about building a future where AI benefits all of humanity.
That's exactly right. And that brings us to the geopolitical implications of AI, which we'll explore in our final segment. The race for AI dominance heating up, and the decisions we make now will have far-reaching consequences.
That sounds intense. It feels like we've covered so much ground already, from counting the ohms to the mind-bending idea of AI designing itself. But now it's time to zoom out the global stage.
You're right. We can't talk about AI without considering the geopolitical. It's becoming clear that AI isn't just a technological revolution. It's reshaping the balance of power on the world stage.
Okay, paint a picture for me. What does this AI-powered world order look like?
Well, Aschenbrenner highlights the U.S.-China as the main players race for AI like a new kind of Cold War. But instead of stockpiling nuclear weapons, countries are racing to build the most advanced AI.
A Cold War with algorithms. That's both fascinating and a bit unsettled. What's driving this competition? Is it just about bragging rights, or are there bigger stakes?
The stakes are incredibly high. Aschenbrenner argues that superintelligence could give a country a decisive advantage, both militarily and economic. Imagine a nation with AI systems that can outthink and outmaneuver any human strategy, or an economy powered by AI that operates at latency.
That's a lot of power concentrated in the hands of whoever wins this race. But why is China seen as such a formidable competitor? Don't both U.S. and China have incredible resource talent?
They do, but Aschenbrenner points out that China's authoritarian system gives it a unique edge in the AI race. For example, China has access to massive amount of data, thanks to its extensive surveillance infrastructure and less stringent privacy regulations.
Data is like fuel for AI, right? The more data you have, the better you can train these AI systems.
Exactly. And China also has a top-down approach to AI development, meaning the government can direct resources and talent quickly and efficiently. They can move with a speed and focus that's harder to achieve in a more democratic system like the US.
So it's not just about technological progress. It's also about the political and social structures that support AI development.
That's a key insight from Aschenbrenner's work. He's not saying that China is destined to win, but he's definitely raising some red flags. He's particularly concerned about China's willingness to use AI for social control and potentially even military, which raises serious questions.
Okay, that's a sobering thought. So if China poses such a challenge, what can the U.S. do to stay ahead in this AI race?
Aschenbrenner suggests a few strategies.
Like what?
First, continued investment in AI research and development is crucial. The U.S. needs to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible and attract the best minds.
So keep innovating and stay at the forefront of AI.
Second, Aschenbrenner emphasized the important collaboration between government, industry, and academia. Breaking down silos and fostering partnership can accelerate progress and ensure that the U.S. is leveraging its full potential.
Bring the best minds together from different sectors and create a unified race.
And finally, Aschenbrenner stresses the importance of international cooperation, especially when it comes to setting ethical guidelines and preventing the mis AI. He argues that this isn't just a competition. It's a global challenge that requires a coordinated response.
So it's about working with other countries to establish shared rules and norms for AI, even as competition continues. That sounds incredibly challenging, especially in today's geopolitical.
It is, but Aschenbrenner argues that it's essential. He believes that the alternative, an AI arms race, no guardrails, too dangerous to conquer.
Okay, I'm starting to understand the complexity of it. It's not just a technological race. It's a race to shape the future of AI in a way that benefits all of humanity.
That's a great way to put it. And Aschenbrenner leaves us with a question.
What's that?
If superintelligence is inevitable, what role do we want to play in shape? Do we want to be passive bystanders, or do we want to actively guide its development in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations?
That's a profound question, and it's one that each of us needs to grapple. It's clear that AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
That's right. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's up to us to shape it. And Aschenbrenner's report is a call to act. He's urging us to educate ourselves, engage in these crucial conversations, and advocate for responsible AI development.
So it's not just about the engineers and the policymakers. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI. It's been a fascinating and thought-provoking journey. Thank you for joining us on the exploration of AI's trajectory. And remember, the future is not something that happened to us, something we create.
Next time.